Get ready for quite possibly the funniest story time you will ever hear in your entirety of YouTube. What's up, you guys? It is Zoey here with Brief Broadcast. This week's theme is story time. So I am telling a story of a very, very absurd tale. So the setting takes place in 4th of July at my friend's house. For sake of the story, we're going to call her Alyssa. I was at Alyssa's house and it was the 4th of July. I already said that. Oh my god, I'm so ready. So it's 4th of July at Alyssa's house and we are so bored. It's almost midnight. And we're like, hey, let's go outside and play Hunger Games. But instead of killing each other, obviously, because that would have been illegal, and I would have not been here if that had been the case, if we were killing each other. But since that would have been illegal, we decided we would just tag each other, and that's how we would get out. There was 3 girls there: Alyssa, her sister Abby, and Abby, the other Abby. And for the sake of the story, to not get them mixed up, we're gonna call the Abby that's not the sister Ab. So me and Ab were on a team. We made an alliance, and Alyssa and her sister Abby were on a team. They made an alliance. So I had gone out to the middle to get supplies, and Ab was back at our fort setting things up. So all 3 of these girls are way more athletic and way more in shape than I am, and they can run a lot faster than I can. And Alyssa was in the middle, also getting supplies at the same time, so I knew if I did not run as fast as I possibly could, I was going to get out. So I bolt. Alyssa's chasing me, and Ab is at the fort. She's like, Zoey, watch out for the dog leash. Turn around. I look at Alyssa, and I go, okay. I turn around, the dog leash hits me right in the throat. I clothesline myself. I fly backwards and smash to the ground. And there was a pavilion. That was up on a little ledge. And here's the corner, here's the ledge off her sidewalk, and then here's the floor of the pavilion. I hit directly on the corner and cut my scalp from here to here. So at first, I didn't recognize the pain in my head. I thought it was in my knees because I had scraped my knee. So I'm like, oh, crap, my knee. I broke my leg. And then I go to push my hair back out of my face. And my hand comes down, and my hand is covered in blood. So everybody starts freaking out. Abby was throwing up somewhere. Alyssa's freaking out. She's like, oh my god, we need to call an ambulance. Alyssa's mom was stone cold drunk, 4th of July, stone cold drunk. So, Ab runs and gets her, and she comes, and she's like, oh my god, and I'm sitting there oh my head, I need to call my mom, fading in and out of consciousness, I'm about to die, honestly. Eventually, we get everything cleaned up, and I get to the hospital at 1:30 in the morning, to the emergency room. My mom came and picked me up, and so we're sitting there. I didn't get back into an actual room out of the waiting room until 2:30 in the morning. So then I'm sitting back there. Abby, Alyssa, and Ab are all in the waiting room waiting for me. And I had FaceTimed Ab, and I was like, oh my god, what's going on? I'm really out of it right now, just completely, I'm losing a lot of blood from it. And the doctor comes in, and he's like, all right, you're gonna have to get 1 or 2 staples in your head. It's not bad. Now keep in mind my cut's this big, legit. And so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And he goes, so we can either wait another 20 minutes, aka an hour, and get you the numbing medication, or you can just do it without the numbing medication. And I'm like, no way in heck am I going without the medication for this. Are you crazy? I will die. So I wait to get the medication. So I wait to get the medication. I'm sitting there, and the nurse comes in, and she's like, so make sure you don't get this on your fingers, or your fingers will fall off, and you'll lose your fingers. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm not gonna have any more fingers. I'm gonna be dead. I'm losing so much blood. Like, half of my blood count's gone. All numbed up, supposedly. And the doctor comes in. He's like, all right, we're gonna do this now. He brings in this big, huge staple gun. I don't know if any of you have ever had staples before. So the doctor comes in with this huge staple gun, and he's like, all right, here we go, time to do this. So I'm like, all right, I'm ready. I'm like, adrenaline's rushing. I am ready for this. So he lines it up to my head, and he goes, all right, I'm just going to do this real quick. Just boom, boom, we're going to get you out of here. And I'm like, all right, let's go. He goes, ch-ch, ch-ch, ch-ch. And at this point, I'm like, whoa, that's way more than two. Ch-ch, ch-ch, ch-ch. 5 staples in my goddamn head. I just had a really bad double chin. 25 gosh darn times. And I'm literally, hold on a minute. So he staples my head 5 times. And then the pain like disappears like completely. And the numbing medicine did not help at all. It was killing my brain. So the pain medication disappears. The pain disappears completely. And so I'm just like, all right, we're done. Let's get me out of here. He leaves the room. Pain immensely comes upon my head. I start running laps around my room, like, no lie, like I got up and I'm like jogging around my like room, having like a panic attack, like, oh my god, I'm dying, like this pain, I'm gonna die from so much pain. And I didn't know what to do with myself. So my mom's sitting there and she's like panicking. She's like, oh my god, get my child some medicine. So she goes, they give me a Benadryl. Benadryl is for allergies, not for like immense pain in the head area. So I don't know what they thought that was gonna do. Meanwhile, take a jump back to Abby, Alyssa, and Ab, and they were all in the waiting room still. They had no clue what was going on back there. So apparently, according to Alyssa, they were like got a piece of paper and went underneath the vending machines trying to find like quarters to use. That way, like they could get food because they were starving. It was literally like 4 o'clock in the morning at this point, and nobody had any food. Nobody had any drinks or anything. So they got like $1.25 in quarters, and they got bought like one of those little bags of popcorn. And apparently Alyssa just ate the whole entire thing. Such a pig. Oh my god, I love her to death. But now it was just super crazy. I'm back in the room running laps, going for a jog, and they're up there scrounging for quarters underneath the machine. I get discharged. It's about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. My mom drops Alyssa and Abby back at the house, their house, and I go home. And I could not sleep. My mom had to bathe me. I could not move. I was in such immense pain. And I just passed out and I had like a concussion for like the next 2 weeks. Like it was really crazy. Um I don't remember any of this story. This is all like recounted through people's memories. I don't remember it at all. I don't remember much of the next week or the next. And I'm pretty sure that's why I'm really dumb now. Like, I'm extremely dumb. And I'm pretty sure I have, like, severe brain damage. And ever since that happened, I get, like, major migraines, like, all the time. Like, my brain hurts so bad. That was July 4th, 2012. 2013. Because it was in between 7th and 8th grade. So, yeah. Well, that is it for my story. The time that I almost died. And it was pretty hectic. So I hope you enjoyed this story. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Alright, if you want to see more content from all of us here at Brief Podcast, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like all our videos. Make sure you go check out yesterday's video from Regan. Make sure you go check out tomorrow's video from can have a great Saturday, everybody. I will see you next Saturday.